Welcome to Larisa Lili's Temperance. Thank you for clicking on this video. So today's going to be a topic that I feel, we need to address, and we need to help our masculines and our alphas heal. And so I want to be able to share some of my messages and my energy. Please know, masculines, for those who are masculines watching this, masculine energy, remember, it's just a energetic level. But those who are mainly males who are probably going to watch this video, please know this is a safe space. This is for your healing. This is for, just to really address the things that are really in your soul. Most masculines don't really like to go outside of their comfort zones in terms of expressing themselves, which is probably one of the things that I'm pretty sure will come up in this reading and this message, because again, this is a healing message. Okay, so we will be discussing a few things here on healing. This will be the first video I will be posting on that. And it's raining, so you guys will probably hear that in the background, but honestly I think it's just healing. So let it rain on this video, on this message. And we're gonna begin, masculines. Please like, share, and support the channel. Again, know that this is a safe space, and that I love you, masculines. I'm very intuitive and clairsentient, and so I feel a lot. And I'm also a female who is very masculine in her energies. I'm sure it's not going to come across that way, but trust me. I work in finance, so I'm in corporate, where all I do, I'm in a very male-dominated career, so it's what I'm on most of my hours. But in this space, I get to embrace my feminine and my heart and my love for all masculines, because we need to bring healing back. There's way too much going on in the world, and the dating world and the world of relationships, where I feel a lot of love has been lost, and so we need to come back to our hearts. So with that said, masculines, we're just going to allow the messages, and I'm just going to let it guide me as I go. So let's see, what are the energies that you have to. Wow, there's thunder out there, you guys. This is beautiful. I love being home in the rain, by the way. So what energies do this masculine, our alphas, need to focus on? Spirit, what can we bring healing? What healing messages? Thank you. What healing messages can we give our masculines? Make no judgment. I was already sensing, need to learn to express yourselves. Obviously, finance is very important for masculine and alpha males, and so it's guiding yourself in a way where it's not toxic, and you're able to be in a safe space also in your finances, not have this energy of competition. So let's see what else is going to come up here for you guys. Masculine spirit, what else? Yep, address your addictions, begin to explore. I actually picked that up as well. So let's see. see. I'm gonna pull one more, or just let it guide, because obviously what comes out is important. And it's what I'll be guided to say and talk about. So let's see. Here we go. Oh my God, these actually came out. Like, be decisive, live your soul, not a role. So this really speaks to being more genuine to yourself. Okay, so I should have not doubt myself. You know, and we're all in this journey, okay, masculines. We're all in this journey of learning ourselves, and so, you know, I go through it too. You know, where I have my own self-doubts of, and I'm embracing that of not, you know, being more in my heart and reach for the stars here in the bottom. So that's a positive note, you guys. We're gonna address a lot of triggers here. We're gonna address difficult energies that are real to our souls, are real things that we feel. So wow, that reading's strong. I'm sorry, you guys, it hits my AC. So we have make no judgments, address your addictions, begin to explore, be decisive, live your soul, not a role. And so I've been sensing the energy is really strong lately, and in all honesty, I'm feeling a lot of pressure. I feel pressure, and so I really feel these are really tough energies going on with a lot of cosmic shifts, especially we're in the new, if you follow new moon in Leo, which just happened. And so I feel like it really pushed everything to push forward, but in that space of pushing forward, it also makes all the difficult shadow sides of us resurface. And so there may be spaces where you're judging situations ahead of time, or making judgment calls on things that probably are good for you, and you know, you're pushing them aside because you're just sticking to being one way. You know, addressing your addictions, whether they're sexual addictions, alcohol, hanging out, codependent relationships, not really addressing your emotions. It's really, I understand masculines is really hard, because, you know, we live in a society where we don't allow our masculines to really be in their hearts. And again, this is what this space is to have your private session. Again, I'm not a doctor, so disclaimer in advance. You know, if you guys feel you need more help, obviously seek medical advice, because there are plenty of other, you know, therapists also that would assist if you feel you need deeper work. But this is also just to, you know, ease maybe your intuitions, gut feelings that you've been feeling. So again, you know, addressing addictions, whether they're sexual, work addictions, money addictions, all those toxic behaviors, codependent, you know, with relationships, behavior patterns, escapism, you know, that all those addictions are levels of escapism, and that has been a very strong energy as well. But you're being asked to begin to explore and be more decisive in your life, you know, to release all of these darker shadows of yourself. And we're gonna go into these darker shadows, so I'm really curious to what's gonna come out, and it dives pretty deep, you guys. So you know, it's just time. It's time for you guys to really explore outside without judgment. You know, things that are outside of your comfort zone, things that are outside of your family's beliefs, you know, things that you're just so used to seeing with growing up. We don't have to be attached to all these societal beliefs, all these cultural beliefs. You can create a life of your own. Again, look, live your soul, not a role. And we live these roles, and I'm sure for a lot of masculine men are roles that you learn from your home, and depending on the environments you grew, because obviously everyone has a different environment. But we are harsh on our males and our masculines, because, you know, they have to be the man of the house. But we don't teach them to really be in their hearts. Also, one thing to mention, you guys may have moments of silence, so please enjoy the moments of silence, because I tend to like to feel what I'm feeling when I feel the cards, and just take it as a little short meditative break while you're integrating the message and even what you're feeling. So, this is again a time to be in your heart. So, we don't really show our masculines to be in their hearts. So, I want to pull some, these are Divine Masculine Energy Oracle cards. So we're going to pull in some more energies of what messages, and what healing messages, that things that we have to actually deal with on the forefront, things that we're afraid to deal with. So what else there? What do we have here for the masculine? Some healing energies of what they need to deal with. Okay, that's too much, but it could probably be a lot, you guys. So, okay, there we go. Wow. Masculine shadow. Again, codependency. This is a big one. We just talked about codependency is a big one. And feminine shadow. And what I see is what I was just saying, that we have to understand we can, as masculine and females, embrace both energies. Every person, again, this is an energetic, logic. Masculines being more their logic, decisive being more on the forefront of things, and the feminine, it's being in your heart, and it's being more intuitive and trusting the aesthetics, the beauty of life, the nature, being able to be vulnerable with yourself. And so I feel this is something that actually has to be balanced, with this live your soul, not a role. It's like, love yourself enough to know that you can embrace both, and it still makes you masculine, embracing both. It's not one or the other. It makes you a well-balanced human being, and that's what we're here to do. We come to this world to be well-balanced human beings. All these gender roles that exist, they're good for balance. Again, I do think, they're great for balance, but energetically and how we carry ourselves and our character and our persona, it requires balance within for us to be more understanding human beings. And I think this is something a lot of people crave, but here, could this not be more double confirmed? Address your addiction, codependency. I know this is very big as a level of escapism for a lot of masculines. I have to say it, and I have to be very honest, and masculines are very big on running away from their feminine and their emotions, and so they don't allow themselves to really explore outside of comfort. And this is creating comfort. And I understand, my masculines, it's because you want to feel safe, and there is beauty in the feminine, and you should feel safe in a feminine energy. And I really feel like our masculines are crying out for a need to feel nurtured and safe, to be able to get out of this codependent energy where they find comfort because there's no way for them to express it any other way. And so how can we work on this? And that's what we're here to do. Please know this is a safe space, and my heart goes out to you masculines who really have these issues and don't find it, don't have a safe circle to be able to talk about these kind of things, and know that you have to face them head on. Again, be decisive. You know, you have to face these things head on. If it's something you don't want in your life, this is about your self-love too. And my biggest concern is your self-love, and that you love yourself and raise your own standards. You know, this is a distraction. These are not standards, they're distractions. They don't add value to you, and your self-love does. Living in your soul does, not a role. Okay, let me pull a few more. Look at that indecision again. So see, indecision in the bottom. You're being oh my God, again, intoxicated. Like, this is a very, very intense energy right now, and for a while, and it's just time for it to be addressed. What else can we add? Spirit, thank you. Okay. Whoa. Oh God, you guys really, I mean, it's like you guys have all of it, right? Let's see. Okay. Yep. Guarded, heartache, and take off. Okay, so let's talk about this. Obviously, this is an issue, right? We experience, I've learned to realize when a masculine energy does have a space where they open up and then it just burns them, they get extremely guarded, and it's like forever, you know. And you'll always, I mean, you can't have it any other way. It's always that one person who they speak about, and it's like that one story. But you're being asked to release this. You're being asked to deal with the heartache, you know, to drop your guards and really know that it's okay to deal with the feminine shadow sides of you. It's okay for you to, like, there is strength and vulnerability. You know, hiding it with codependency is not going to help, right? You know that saying, they said avoidance doesn't set you free, and what this does is it's avoidance. It's not going to set you free from this. Facing it is what's going to set you free. Loving yourself is going to set you free. Having standards for yourself is going to set you free. Building something that you're proud of is going to set you free. You know, with this, begin to explore. You know, get out of that energy and begin to explore. Make no judgments. You don't know what's out there for you. You don't. If you're just living in this circle with the same group of people, you know, the toxic families, going to work all the time and not caring about your heart, like, what do you expect to build? Like, you know, it's like the definition of insanity, you know, doing the same thing and expecting a different result. I mean, we all know that. So with this takeoff, I also feel is very, again, the similar energy to this explore. Just change it, switch it up. It's time to really come out of that comfort zone, you know, and really make a change for yourself. You know, and just leave old belief systems behind. I really feel you desire this, masculine, to be honest. It's just this fear of having to deal with all this, and it's scary. I mean, yes, I'm speaking about these. These are not things that are easy done. They're not going to be overnight, but you have to start. You have to, you know, ground yourself for something that's more fulfilling, a family life, or something that's more fulfilling for your heart, you know, your self-love, you know, being more of service, you know, something that allows your heart to be more of service, you know, to be more in gratitude, right? To, here we go, soulmate, to have a real genuine connection coming out of this energy. This is not this will not open you up to a genuine connection. I mean, really, it's not. Like, let's be real. And I'm speaking to masculines here, but I'm just as equally as vocal with my feminines. I do feminine reads as well, but I really want to focus, because here we are. I mean, there's so much healing for women. Like, we don't ever, and then it's like, I'm sorry, but I kind of get sick with all the advice they have for women and how to deal with toxic men. And it's like, why do we want them to be toxic to begin with? Why can't we focus on healing our masculines as well, and love them and show that they can be? Because it's like selling women all these ideas and concepts of how to deal with toxic men. It's almost like an enabler, and I'm not here to enable. That is not something you're gonna get here. So this is for you to really come true. It's a safe space. I say it, and I must say it again, it's a safe space. But this is for those, and the only people who are going to vibe with my frequency is because you know it in your heart that you crave this. You know it in your heart that you desire this. You know it in your heart that you want to be in your heart, and that you want something genuine. So yeah, bottom of the deck again. I want to say that. Reach for the stars, you know, really reach for what you deserve, you know, the love you deserve. Let's see some more. Actually, let me pull some toxic triggers. So let's see, let's get some more triggers here. We're going to be adding different dimensions here, just because I think it just makes for a well-rounded read. Okay. Let's see. Toxic triggers. These are toxic triggers here. What else do we want to give to heal for our masculines? Yeah. Yep. Oh, beautiful. See? Mindful, practice inner peace, and true love, you know, will be yours. Like, coming, like I've been saying, coming back to your heart. Live your soul, not your role. Coming back to your heart, really being genuine with yourself at this time. You know, like I said, this isn't, you're not gonna have peace and love, genuine love. And let's talk about love for yourself, because I'm always gonna talk about self-love here. Will be yours. True love will be yours. This is not just true love in a connection, but true love with yourself, making yourself whole again, you know, finding your inner peace and balancing out these masculine and feminine shadow sides of yourself with the toxicity, but also where you're guarded in your heart, you know, where you still withhold your emotions, you're not expressive, you're not sharing of yourself, which leads to this mask, and no one really gets to have a genuine relationship with you. And I mean, if these messages are coming out, it's because the energy is wanted, and so this is desired. I mean, you deserve it. You deserve it, and you know, we all deserve to have loving relationships. This world is not meant to be in a dark place, you know, and not share yourself, you know, in fully, you know, in a genuine, authentic way. Let's just get one more. Here we go. Oh, we got two more. See? Passion. What are you passionate about? This is your purpose. Yeah. Think things that really, you know, begin to explore. What is it that really speaks to your soul? Pain. Here we have the first step is to acknowledge the pain. Exactly. Acknowledge the heartache and the guardedness. Acknowledge what What is it that contributes to this level of codependency to want you escape this pain? Address your addictions. Could this not be repeated more than once here, you know? It's we have to learn to be in our hearts. And the first step is to acknowledge. The first step is to acknowledge that pain. Acknowledge, be aware of how we play a role in these toxic behaviors and these shadow sides of ourselves, and why. Ask ourselves honest questions. Why? Why do we do it? Journalize, you know, really ask yourself those tough questions. I mean, you're the only one who can ask those questions. No one is obligated to ask you these questions. No one's is obligated to answer them for you. This is your life, your decisions. You're accountable. Whatever the results are, you know, I always say I can share what I think, I can share how I feel, and I can express myself to people and, you know, help them in their situation. But guess what? I'm not attached to their results. I have zero attachments. You know why? Because at the end of the day, you're the one who, you know, they're the ones who's going to have to live with those results. I don't. I move on with my own results. You know, choose your reality. Ritual here on the bottom. Practice processing old wounds and working with the rhythm of creation. Yeah, you know, releasing here, you know, with the rhythm of creation, begin to explore different ways, spirituality, ways to connect with your heart, ways to zen, things that really contribute to this mindful inner peace that I really feel is craved here. These messages wouldn't be coming out if it wasn't craved, and this is what's craved here. And honestly, you owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself to be able to give that. So let's look at another layer here of shadow work. So we have mysterious, inconsiderate, and unpredictable. Yeah. You know, this obviously has a lot to do with your codependent issues, where it puts you in a very mysterious place, a place where you can't be trusted, a place where you really don't, and on top of that, not give of yourself when you're also guarded in your heart. So you're not showing your true colors. You're not, but that takes a lot of energy, you know, and it's gonna make this energy of inconsideration, where as a human being you're gonna come across as being inconsiderate, not acknowledging other people's feelings, because you know what, it sometimes, you know, we have masculines where we, you know, I'm sorry, it's just the honest truth, treating people like they're disposable, and that honestly says nothing about the human beings they're treating. It says a lot about how they treat themselves, because remember, the way you treat people is a mirror reflection of how you treat yourself and what you see yourself. Because if you're going to treat people like disposable, like you're going to be inconsiderate and not want to really share of yourself, that says a lot of the truths you tell yourself. This unpredictable, like, I really feel it's just the discomfort of not knowing outcomes that our masculines have. And again, make no judgment. You don't need to have always all the answers. There should be comfort in the unknown. And you know, a lot of beautiful things can come up from this unpredictability, not always having it all thought out, but you know, mysterious. You're all these hiding, the codependency, the guardedness, you know, the heartache, the shadows of the feminine and the masculine. This creates this mysterious energy where you're just hiding so many sides of yourself, and it's like you can't really get upset when you show people these shadows and these parts of you that are not you, again, that are just a role, not your soul. And then be upset that they don't understand. They don't understand you. Well, I mean, people can only know so much, right? They only know what you give. So you can't expect much. You just can't. But when you give yourself, guess what? Being authentic is scary. Yeah, you know what? I may be a scary female to some guys, but I'm okay with that. You know why? Because I also see this energy all the time. There's when I love this card, unpredictable. I'm sorry. This energy to me is predictable. This is predictable. This is very common. So it's almost like it's almost like meeting the same person all the time when it's that common. And you know, we're all unique. We all, if we really look into our own souls, you will see how unique each individual is. I love getting to know people on a soul level, because each person is extremely unique in their own way. Yeah, look at that. Defensive in the bottom, you know, like puts you in such a guarded place. Look at that. Sex addict. Like, again, codependent issues. Escapism, using, you know, sexual, and I mean, we have to say, men are all about this. A lot of men are, you know, it's the way they can release, and what they don't realize is really what they want to release is what they want to embrace is a moment of love, and it's just never fulfilling. And so I that makes me very sad, because there's so much beauty in really nurturing yourself and loving yourself. And so you know, you guys, you know, it doesn't have to look this way. You know, you can have your heart, you know, have a loving relationship for yourself, and love for yourself, just plain old love for yourself, you know. It just makes you a high value alpha, a high value man, a man who is decisive. You know, a decisive person is attractive, especially, and I say it again to females. This is just a reading for my alpha masculines, but please don't get defensive, or don't get, and I know I have a way of triggering people, but this is not what this is about. This is about facing head on the things we have to deal with about it ourselves. You know, I do this work every day. This is me. This is me every day. I'm not scared of facing my shadow. My shadow doesn't scare me anymore. You know why? Because I've worked on a lot of things myself, and I think us humans are just really funny, to be honest. We complicate our lives for no reason, and it's just these attachments to old beliefs. Sorry, give me one more. What else? Shadow. Okay, you know, we attach ourselves to beliefs that aren't going to take us anywhere. Here we got the pimp. Rid yourself of people that abuse their power and stick around only for their own personal gain. You are stronger than you know. Summon your inner warrior. You know, that's for those of you who are, you know, if obviously I'll have all kinds of people seeing this, but for those of you who really are about your work and are about gaining power, sometimes even those masculine energies, like I said, I'm in corporate, like finance. I work with males, and in finance, all I do is work with egos, big egos, and I'm constantly, you know, having to deal with the obviously gender discrimination of when I can speak and be in my power and when I can't, which makes no damn sense to me. Because in all honesty, if I'm freaking moving millions of dollars of a fucking company, you best believe I'm gonna be very harsh on it, because I treat that shit like it's my own damn fucking money. There you go, you just seen my masculine. I don't play around when it comes to my company. So rid yourself of people that abuse their power and stick around only for their own personal gain. You know, just be careful with people who are abusing. Maybe you are successful and you are in a good place. You want people who are for you. You need a tribe that's really gonna lift you. And so, you know, don't use the energy or their ego to really gain power over other people, but don't allow them to gain power over you in any way as well. And then don't do it out of ego, because do it out of authenticity. The most scariest thing is an honest person. And like I said, in my career, the reason I can hash it out with men all around me is because I don't fucking lie. That's something I don't do. It's hard to, integrity scares everybody. I call it all out because I don't have time for it. I don't have time for it. Bitterness. Again, you know, with the heartache and the guarded, any bitterness still dominating you will only augment the injury you've already sustained. Learn to forgive and be kind to yourself. This is what I'm saying. You just keep, you know, I mean, masculines are very big on drilling down the same pain that's hurt them. You know, that one day at band camp. And you know, we don't need that, you guys. You know, we can learn. It's a choice to move on. It's a choice to forgive. It's a choice to say, I'm choosing me. I am choosing love for myself, and that energy is what's going to bring you a loving connection. And so, I mean, I have lots of beautiful people around me, so it's the only energy I allow. It's the reality I choose for myself. I don't do the toxic, nor with relationships. That's not gonna be in my reality, and that is a choice. So let's get some more. I know I haven't even pulled tarot, and we're already 36 minutes in. We're gonna, oh God. Okay, so just get a few more, and then we'll just get some nice guidance. What else? What emotions can we share with our masculines? Desperate. I can't do this anymore. I mean, yeah, stressed. I'm under so much pressure. My masculines, like, being in this energy is not easy. You guys are ready to escape. I know in your hearts you don't want these codependent relationships. You don't want to be guarded. You want to be, like I said, you want to feel safe. You want to feel safe. And obviously it creates a lot of pressure because there's no place. These codependent behaviors is your level of escapism, but it's not. At the end of the day, it's never the escape you want, and it's not a fulfilling escape. It's just a temporary escape, Desire. I miss the way you taste, those soft lips on my face, your warm embrace, everything you gave. Yeah, this is your desire for something so much more whole, so much more genuine. I mean, your heart really wants that. Here we have misery. I'm haunted by the past and my own darkness. Yes. We just saw that, where is it? Which one was it? Yeah, with the guardedness, the guardedness, and the heartache, you're just haunted, not releasing the past. But in order for you to embrace, what your heart truly desires, you gotta drop this mask. We don't need mystery anymore. You've got to really start facing and living more in your soul, and have that your soul is your true identity. It's your one. It's a unique identity. No one else has it. No one else has your soul. Now, beliefs, outside cultural beliefs that you're attached to, guess what? You got plenty of people. You got plenty of people who have that. That's why I'm saying this energy is predictable, because you know how many people have this energy? You know how many people ride this energy? Why would we want? I mean, we want to be individual peoples. We want to love ourselves. Let me see, just a message for tarot, a quick spirit. What guidance, what message can we give? What's added? Yeah, you guys are really in a sad place. This is not good. 5 of Swords, 9 of Cups. This energy, you're done with, you guys. And the Magician is that begin to explore. You know why? Because you know that you have all the tools. You know, the Magician in the tarot is you know, your emotions, your mind, your soul, and what you create physically. And you've obviously have experience. Once you have gained all that experience, you could take that experience, whether positive or negative, and create something new. Begin to explore. Create something new, my masculines. I'm trying to keep this a little short. I just want a positive message for you guys. You'll get like 2 more messages and then we're closing this reading, spirit. What positive messages can we give our lovely masculines who we adore and love? Embrace the freedom of the unknown. We really was just saying that it's time to explore, my masculines. Your worth cannot be measured in mirror. Nope. Your soul is unique. Okay? Embrace your flaws. Without them, you would be dull indeed. Yes, you've had the heartache. Yes, you've had the pain. We've all been through, but guess what? It creates a whole individual that can be loving and compassionate, and you know, and it just makes you unique in your own self, you know, where you learn, take those lessons and transmute them to something beautiful and positive. Okay, Spirit, what self-love message can we give our masculines? Thank you. Our healing message, our self-love healing. Thank you. Here we go. Say no when you mean no. No creates the space for bigger yeses and a more juicy, yummy experience of life. You know, commit to yourself. Commit to yourself. That's what it's saying. Commit to yourself. If you don't want to be in these energies, because clearly, you don't want to. This is where you really are. You don't want to do this anymore. You want to come back to your heart. And you're deserving of that, and you should. There's no other way. Spirit, what other message? What other healing message can we give? Here we go. Wisdom. Have you ever been told that you're wise beyond your years? Now's the time to call upon your inner fairy wisdom to help you with a challenge. This is a challenge. Call in that wisdom. Again, here it goes. Embrace your flaws. Without them, you would be dull. You know, embrace your wisdom. Embrace those lessons. Yep, bottom of that, pure intentions. You know, come in with pure intentions. Be more authentic to yourself. It's time to come. You want this to change? Then come. Own the pureness of it. The fairy manifestation will help you to use your wishes wisely. Manifest your heart's desire with all pure intentions and forget and for the highest good of all. You know, you come back to your heart pure and you exude pure intention, then it's the highest good for you and for everyone around. And you'll see that everything else in your life starts to fall into place. Again, my beautiful masculines, reach for the stars. So I'm going to leave it at that, my masculines. We'll have more of these episodes. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment below if you really, you know, enjoyed. Just let me know your stories. I would love to hear about them, and I really, really hope we can start this journey of healing together. So again, Thank you for joining Larisa Lili's. Again, Larisa stands for Live Always Relentlessly and Striving as Aspiration. This is about the evolution of our souls and coming back to our hearts. So with that said, my masculines, thank you again, and I'll talk to you soon. Love you. Bye.